A Hare Went Out for a Walk. Written by Vostok. Performed by Tatsumari Korisuno.
Sasha taps his cigarette over the balcony's railing, ash fluttering downwards to settle on the snow that layers the wide residential street. Cold wind nips his cheeks a light pink, and the soft ushanka he wears is dusted white. Dark hair tickles the tips of his ears when he moves his head. Behind him, the lithe yet strong frame of Arkady Vissaliovich Lebedin casts its shadow over him as he moves to stand in the balcony's doorframe. "Those things will kill you. Come up with something original, Lebedin," Sasha tells him, and he feels rather than sees the younger man shrug. It is late at night. No stars hold secret conferences in the heavens tonight. The moon is dark and unseen, and thick clouds roll along on their bellies across the skies, lazy and languid. If Sasha were a person prone to metaphors, he would have said something about the way the clouds are the blind sky's cataracts, and Lebedin would have scoffed. But Sasha isn't prone to metaphors, so he simply says, "It's very dark out." Lebedin moves to stand beside Sasha, stuffs his hands under his armpits, and stomps his feet a little. Snow squeaks. Street lamps light up the entire street with gentle yellow bulbs. Lebedin turns to face Sasha, then raises an eyebrow as if to say, "You blind man?" Taking a drag of his cigarette, Sasha holds the smoke in his lungs for a moment before he lets it all out. It wafts away into the night, light and silent-like. Lebedin scrunches his nose in distaste and takes a step to the right, away from Sasha. "You know we got to leave in 10. He runs a gloved hand over the balcony railing beside him. Snow tumbles downwards and lands with a barely heard plop. "Don't you want to go over everything again?" "Have you already forgotten it all?" Sasha says, snuffing his cigarette out on the railing before he slips it into his pocket. Lebedin's eyes are very green in the light cast from the apartment. The thought is so faint that Sasha barely notices it appear, then disappear from where it came from again. "No," says Lebedin. "There you go. You'll be fine." Somewhere in the distance, a car backfires, and Sasha frowns for a split second before his face smooths out. "Let's go." He marches into the apartment, and Lebedin trails behind him. "That wasn't 10.
"That was the signal."
"But it wasn't 10 minutes, Lebedin insists, although he does reach out for his rifle that he'd lain out ready on the small red armchair. His voice doesn't shake, but his body language certainly gives the impression that it would shake had it not been drilled into his head to control it. Sasha ignores him and feeds his FSB issue ballistics vest's Velcro through the loops on the sides. The straps make a squeak sound as he adjusts them before he reaches into his pocket and pulls out 2 ear comms. He hands one to Lebedin. Lebedin doesn't take it. "Are you sure?" Frustration surges through Sasha like little sparks from a bonfire. They catch the cool Novosibirsk breeze and blossom into flame.
"Listen, kid. This isn't my first rodeo. When a signal is given, you go, whether you like it or not."
Lebedin lets out a sharp breath through his nose. Doesn't say a word. Doesn't say, "Well, sorry, this is my first rodeo." Snatches the earcom and secures it on his shirt before looping it over his ear. He clicks the button to connect at the same time as Sasha and is met with silence. This doesn't bother him, but if he'd looked up at the exact moment from where he was holstering a hand pistol, he'd have seen the confusion in the furrow of Sasha's eyebrows. But he doesn't look up, and when he's done fixing his equipment onto him, Sasha's expression is smooth as anything, calm and confident.
"Go time,"
Sasha whispers, and the tone of it makes Lebedin shiver. It is intimate. secret. A promise shared between two men in the cover of the street lamp-lit dark night in an apartment on the outskirts of the city. Go time. Their footsteps on the stairs heading down the apartment building make little noise, and their footsteps on the snow even less so. There is a soft hissing sound, and everything goes pitch black. Somebody curses from a window above in one of the apartment buildings. The electricity has been cut. Sasha skids to a halt and veers off to the left, sharply toward where the sound of the car backfiring had come from. Lebedin hesitates for a split second, but trots dutifully behind him.
No rules, Lebedin. One thing off plan is alright. Two things are alright. 3 is a sign that something is wrong, Sasha murmurs,
and the words are sharp in the darkness, cutting straight through Lebedin and settling into an unease in his eyes. They don't say anything then, simply walk in silence, rifles pointed ahead of them, and silence through the comms in their ears. A dog barks. Snow barely creaks beneath them. A gust of wind siphons through the buildings and ruffles what hair it can get to beneath their rushankas. Something shuffles in the corner of the building in front of them, and a body lurches out to kick Lebedin's gun, sending it careening into the snow with a soft thud. Fuck! Sasha whips around and shoots toward the figure. The bullet careens uselessly into the night air as the rifle is knocked away. Lebedin fumbles with his handgun. Oddly enough, a nursery rhyme tinkles in Sasha's head as he grapples with the dark-clad man.
A hare went out for a walk.
Something metal clicks against metal.
Suddenly, a hunter appeared.
A shot rings out, the sound blinding, shockingly loud, and a body drops to the ground.
And shot the hare.
The trio disperses. 2 walk away.
1 doesn't.
Bang.
Oh, oh, oh.
This was A Hare Went Out for a Walk, written by Vostok, and performed by Tatsumari Korisuno. If you like the story, you can check out other episodes or more work by Vostok, linked in the description. They are currently working on a story about a World War II soldier who is both trying to find a spy in his ranks while struggling with developing schizophrenia. It's sort of a psychological study disguised as a novel. Although it won't be out for a while, so keep an eye out for their work on Wattpad and Royal Road in the future by Vostok. We write stories every week, and many of them can't be made into a full episode like this one, so we vote on our favorites. Hear the other stories live on Twitch. This week's prompt was, "Sorry, this is my first rodeo." See link in the description.